Hey there, everybody. JT Serenity Farms prepping here. Been a while. Almost 6 weeks since I made a video. 3 of that I was in California visiting relatives. And since I got back, I have been scrambling to get as prepared as I can for the people that are going to be coming up to the compound. And every time I get ready to make a video, something else happens to distract from what I was going to make the video about. So I'm sure by now most of you are well aware of what's happening over in Israel. A lot of you may not be aware that it's a manufactured psyop by Israel and the Democrat and rhino warmongers here in the former USA, but it is. You need to know that without a doubt, that conflict is not going to stay there. It's not just going to be Jews and Muslims blowing each other's heads off. It's going to be here. As a matter of fact, all the players necessary are already here. They've been here. Some since 2008. When Hussein Obama Sotero Mike's bitch and a Muslim started infiltrating America, the political, the educational, the judicial, every part of our system with Muslim Brotherhood personnel. And it continued. As Americans started to wake up, 9/11 was concocted so that we could not have any Muslim backlash and be classified as phobes. And it was to get us over into Iraq because Saddam had talked about getting off the petrodollar, and that isn't allowed to happen. Although it's going to now, isn't it? So, since 2008, sleeper cells have been coming in and getting positioned. Newsom, the Port of Long Beach, forbid any American authorities or personnel to be on the docks while the Chi-Coms offloaded storage unit, the 8x20, the 8x after storage unit filled with, and we know this, RPGs, rocket launchers, Chi-Com troops. They are also positioned everywhere. So, as the conflict in Israel is further perpetrated by the warmongers here and in Israel, at some point very soon, the sleeper cells here in America, probably located in most of your libtard cesspool shithole cities, will be activated. I don't know exactly what those activations will consist of. I can assume some dirty bomb vests, just a quote-unquote mass shooting, and they won't be dressed as MAGA extremists. They want the full effect. They want as much fear and hysteria as possible to be generated. They want the people in America to know that none of us are safe and there's nothing we can do about it. And that's probably very literally correct. Now, with all that being said, which I probably didn't have to say because most of you probably recognize this, it is more important now than ever, and it's always been important. This is why we started prepping for a scenario known as an SHTF that we didn't know for sure what it would be. We have a list. This was on it, but it's coming. Now, this is also designed to facilitate further rush in the economic collapse and eventually bring in the CBDC, the UBI, and total control. But first, we need to have a world war. Got to get that population down. We need to collapse the U.S. economy and borders at the same time. And then, what remaining survivors there are will be told the only way we can come back from all this is with the plan that the Democrat and Rhino uniparty regime have waiting in the wings. And it will save us all, but we have to be compliant. We've all got to do it together or it won't work. Just by them telling us that tells you they know if we don't all go along with it, it ain't gonna happen. Now, with that being said, refusing to go along with it has consequences. Very dire consequences. But going along with it has worse consequences. So, there are a few people out there saying that today, Monday, the economy is going to start the collapse, the banking system. And November is supposed to be very ugly, and by the first of the year, right after 2024, that's when they're going to really clamp down on things. The banks are going to close, shutter their doors, blame it on Russia or terrorist attacks, that they hacked the system or it was a cyber attack, or they blew up power stations, and which is probably likely. Now, I'm going to run some errands, and then I'm going to my local credit union, and I'm taking out everything except what I need in there for 3 payments that I have to make. I'll give it a couple weeks. If it appears things are chilling out, I hear things enough to convince me, I'll bring it and I'll put it back in. Although it's worth nothing there, I should keep it with me and just deposit enough as needed every other week to do what needs to be done. I am not a financial advisor. I cannot recommend what you should do. All right. I have doubled down on my efforts at the compound. I'm installing 2 redneck septics. I have bought more food, definitely bought more self-defense tools, everything that I can. Water filters, I bought a case over time. I just cannot stress enough everything I think we need to be doing. I hope you are. I got a meeting coming up this week for a couple new people that want in, and that's what we're going to get together and go over and see what we can do. Time is of the essence. Okay, folks, that's all I got for right now. If you need some food, still got www.storedchef.com, SFP 1.5 for your discount. Do whatever you can, get it wherever you want. Just get it done. For now, JT signing out.